All right, people. I'm going to give you my rock bottom rant. This is what you all came here for. So we missed a 61-yard field goal. A 61-yard field goal, doinked off the uprights. Cooper Rush, 147 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. And here's where I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat. Everybody's like, fire Mike McCarthy. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with it. What's painfully evident is that the Dallas Cowboys, from the start, from the start, we did not have enough talent to compete. Let's be real here. That goes back to Jerry Jones. We did not have enough talent to compete. We let go, whether you believed in them or not, 9 starters, and you did not replace any of them with players that were better. You didn't. Eric Kendricks, you might say, that's better than Leighton Vander Esch or having a safety playing for us. Okay, I'll give you that one. But you lost Tony Pollard. Now we do have Rico, does have 1,000 yards, but most of that has been the last half of the season after we're out of it. You didn't really decide on a running back. We were actually on pace to be the worst running football team in Cowboys history the first half of the season. And that goes back to the Jerry Jones's whole thing of let's bring back Zeke and let's continue to play Zeke. I don't think Zeke has 200 yards on the season. And then you make a trade for Trey Lance last year, giving up a 4th-round draft pick, and then you're scared to play him. Are you literally telling me, as you have been week after week, that Cooper Rush gives us the best chance to win? And all you Cooper Rush guys, Cooper Rush is better than Dak Prescott. Kiss my high yellow ass, okay? That's some bullshit. Cooper Rush benefited from our defense playing pretty good there. He benefited from playing some worse teams. He benefited from having a running game. Things that did not happen. Things that did not happen with Dak Prescott. We literally had games where the defense could not force a punt early in the season. And that goes back to the Joneses, who looked and said, Stephon Gilmore, we don't need him. We got Diggs coming back, even though he's coming back from an ACL. And besides, we got Deron Bland, who did not play till week 12. Who did not play till week 12? We always have holes, and we always get freaking position flex. Position flex. That's what we get. Catboy, we believe in our guys. Well, you believed in Michael Gallup, and how did that work out for us? With a torn ACL. When you literally gave him a $52 million contract and said, you paid him like he was a top freaking receiver, even though he went downhill for 3 seasons before you decided to pay him a boatload, instead of holding on to an Amari Cooper and giving him away for, shall we say, chicken feed. You gave Amari Cooper away for chicken feed. Oh, Brown, you need to be ejected, bro. Bro, what the hell was that? You need to be ejected and kicked out of the game. What the hell was that shit? What the hell was that? So when you don't have the players on the field, and we didn't, we never did, we needed everybody to be healthy and playing perfect. We needed Mozzie Smith to become, Reggie White, Aaron Donald. He played pretty good. He got better, but he wasn't on that level. We needed Micah Parsons to be D-Ware. He missed 4 games. We needed our secondary to take the ball away. Didn't get it. We needed a running game to be good, better than it was last year, and it wasn't. We needed 2 rookie offensive linemen to replace an all-pro and a pro bowler. One of them did pretty good. The second one, as Jerry Jones put it, well, I think I got ahead of my skis there with thinking that we could just plug in 2 rookies and replace Tyron Smith. Yeah, you didn't. That's on you, Jerry. That's on you. You screwed the pooch. And you turn around and everybody expects for Cooper Rush, who is a backup. He's a backup. There's a reason why when he was a free agent that nobody offered him a contract. Because he's a backup. This is a backup. Son of John. Dak haters just want to hate, but F Dak didn't have the support that Troy and oh my God. Don't see here, Son of John, thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate that. Son of John. Don't even get me started on, Dak Prescott, he's got everything. No, we don't. You got a Hall of Fame finalist right now for the 3rd time that should be in Darren Woodson, along with the Charles Haley, along with an offensive lineman, Larry Allen, along with the NFL's all-time leading rusher, along with Michael Irvin. You ain't got anything near what the Cowboys had back then. Nothing near what those guys had. So I don't want to hear this thing, well, Dak sucks. He's not as good as Troy Aikman. Well, you know what? Let's give Dak Prescott what Troy Aikman had, and let's see what happens with that. Let's see what happens with that. Dak did not have a young Zeke and CD at the same time, bro. You know what, Eagles fans, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Because here's the thing. Right now, you could take the best of what the Cowboys had at all the positions. Right now. Over the 8 years. Because right now, Saquon, I believe, he's got 2,000 yards. The best season that Zeke ever had was 1,500. So right now, you've got a better running back than we've had over the course of that time. You've had Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. That's 2 better receivers than we've ever had consecutively together. Now, we did have CeeDee Lamb as a rookie and Amari Cooper together for 1 year. That was the best wide receiving core that we had. But we didn't have tight ends with that, bro. We never had, at that point, we didn't have tight ends. And Zeke was already going downhill. Because, see, Zeke Elliott, every year in his career, ended up getting less yards per game every single year. Every single year, he had less yards per game every year of his career. So don't give me, he had Amari Cooper. He had Zeke and C. That time wasn't even close, bro. Wasn't even close. And you go back, he had a great offensive line in 2016. In 2017, when Zeke was being suspended for 6 games and going to court every week, is when Tyron Smith started breaking down on regular. And we had guys like Chaz Green. We had guys like Joe Looney, that was Looney Tunes, which I liked, replacing Travis Frederick. Because we lost Travis Frederick for a season with the Hillian-Barr syndrome. Hillian-Barr's, and he came back for a year. He was okay, but he wasn't like he was before. So I don't want to hear this thing, Dak's had a great offensive line all his career. He's had Zeke. Zeke was good for his first 3 years. First 3 years. Well, actually, the second year wasn't because he was suspended for 6 games. So I don't want to hear this thing. And I'm sitting here looking at your defense. We've had defenses that have been good, not outstanding. And I'm going to say a lot of this stuff has been done with smoke and mirrors. Seriously. It didn't make any sense to me that with the amount of injuries that we had, that somehow the Cowboys were leading in sack percentage when you have one real good rusher in Micah Parsons. And we have been decimated by injury. So I look at this and I say, you can blame Mike McCarthy if you want to and say he's at fault. You can you can say that. Well, he sucks as a coach. Well, look what you're giving him to work with. Backup quarterback, average running back, receivers right now. Seriously, do you look at any of our receivers? Let me go through our Cowboys stats. Cowboys. Okay. Let's go through. Let's just bear with me for a second here. On the season, let's see. Passing, okay. CeeDee Lamb clearly, okay. Here's what I want you to understand. CeeDee Lamb, 1,194 yards. One of the best wide receivers in football. Your next best receiver is Jalen Tolbert, 482. Your number one tight end has got 464 yards. Kayvon Turpin, Mighty Mite, has 351. Your backup tight end has 225. Your number two wide receiver has 192 yards. Jalen Brooks, who we were told, man, Jalen Brooks and Jalen Tolbert, man, they're both really good. Man, they're lights out. Has got 165 yards. The guy who Jerry Jones sold us, hey, I can't wait until we get Ryan Fenoy out there. He can't wait to see his first catch because he's got Des Bryant in him. He's got 7 receptions for 85 freaking yards. Okay? We signed Dalvin Cook, who has 37, I'm sorry. How many? He has 1 catch for 10 yards. We signed two wash running back. Well, we got Dalvin Cook and Zeke Elliott. That's as good as one Barkley. I got 2 running backs, for the price of, oh, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Bro, we do not have the players to compete. And if you're a coach, you're limited in what the hell you can do. You're limited if you don't have better talent, or at least capable talent. We are pulling out people that you've never heard of to play in games. That's player acquisition. If you cannot look at the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s and not see that for most games, we were just better heads and shoulders than the other teams. We had talent across the board. When you looked at an offensive line that had Kevin Gogan, Nate Newton, Mark Spignowski, Larry Allen, and Eric Williams, and then you look at the shit we got now, you think that that's even? Did you look and say, that's the coach's fault? People, look at the players we had on the field. You had that offensive line with a Michael Irvin, with a Jay Novacek, with role players like Alvin Harper and Emmitt Smith and Moose Johnson, with the Troy Aikman. People, it wasn't like Troy Aikman won with this team. It's not the same, man. And that goes on the Joneses. And if the Joneses go through with the same old bullshit, we're going to do the walk of shame with Mike McCarthy and the coaches and let them try and figure out, we're going to let them check out the market and wait and bullshit around and figure we're just going to sign our own guys because we believe in our own guys. Michael Gallup was one of our own guys, right? Jalen Smith was one of our own guys. Terrence Steele was one of our own guys. And what have you won with that whole philosophy of our own guys? Our own guys. Dak ain't washed, but Dak can't do it by himself. There's no quarterback out there that can do it by themselves. And that's literally what you asked him to do. You were averaging 68 yards a game on the ground when Dak Prescott was starting. Your offensive line literally had him running for his life. CeeDee Lamb was the only one out there that was even capable, and you had the worst separation by far with your wide receivers when he was playing. And you played your toughest teams when he was there. You jackasses that swear, oh, well, Cooper Rush, he's the real deal. Well, there you go, guys. There you go. 147 yards, 15 of 28, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. There you have it. Cooper Rush fans, there you go. Sick of this shit, man. Fuck. Sick of this crap, man. I can't believe we lost worse here now than we did in Dallas. Because I was literally there. And I thought that was rock bottom. I thought that was rock bottom. I figured it just can't get any lower than that. But no, we got backup quarterbacks and the backup who's never played in an NFL game throwing touchdown passes against us. Unbelievable. And look, the Giants. The Giants are out here playing better than the Cowboys. The Giants, did I see that right, that the Giants got 45 points? 45 points. And here it is, we get mollywopped and only score 7 freaking points against the Eagles. 7 fucking points. The New York Giants scored 45 points against the Colts, messing up their draft position. And we scored 7 against the freaking Eagles. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I don't know where to go from here. Again, I look at this and I say the only way this gets better is that they finally go through and do things differently. You're gonna keep Mike McCarthy? Get that shit done. Get it done. Don't sit here and wait, a month and let all the good coaches get jobs elsewhere. Don't do that. Don't sit here and draft a bunch of injured freaking players and bring them back. Don't sit here in the offseason, sign your guys that you believe in that are freaking injured. Don't do it. When you draft some guys, I want some guys that are whole. I don't want a guy that, well, we got to wait a year because, we got to see if his drop foot comes back. I don't want that. And when free agency comes in March, you got to be a player. If you don't, we're going to have the same freaking results, man. Same freaking results, man. Up your butt, Joe Boo. I'm taking your room. Congratulations, Eagles. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. Back to rock bottom.